llamo Maria Ramirez. Soy enfermera aquí en Wilson. Hello, my name is Maria Ramirez. I'm a nurse here at in Wilson Medical Center. In high school, I was always interested in the arts. I never considered healthcare as a career path. So I actually went into graphic design once I graduated from high school, and I loved it, but I quickly realized it was not a stable, reliable career choice in the area where I wanted to live, which is here in Wilson. I was 19 and I was pregnant, and although I wasn't a single mother, I grew up with a single mother. So having a career that I knew was reliable, that I could take care of myself and my family if I needed to, was very important to me at that time, so, and still is. But that's why I decided to change to something else. And one of my friends was going to be a CNA, a certified nurse assistant. She asked me to join her. And so that's where my career started in medicine. So I did that. I went to Nash Community College, completed that program. I was still a little unsure about healthcare, but I started working at Wilson Community Health Center here as a nursing assistant. I work with providers, I work with other nurses and patients, and that's where my love for healthcare started. The more I was around other providers and patients, I felt like this is something I could do and something I wanted to do, so I decided to go back to school. I was accepted into the program at Wilson Community College in their registered nurse program, and I completed that. I got my associate's degree. I started working at Wilson Medical Center as a registered nurse. So once I was working for a few years, I enrolled at Appalachian State University and got my bachelor's degree from there. Then I enrolled at UNCW a few years later, and now I am going to graduate soon in a couple of days as a family nurse practitioner. So what I love about healthcare is you can go into so many different areas. Since I started my career, I've worked in clinics, I've worked at several in the hospital, I've worked in almost every area. So I got to kind of hone in onto what I really liked, and that was kind of preventative care, and that's why I decided to go back to school to be a nurse practitioner to prevent people to go into the hospital. So I just love helping people and seeing them get better. I am bilingual, and so that's always helpful. There's not a lot of providers that speak Spanish, and so being able to understand the culture and provide information in their language just makes a huge difference. And I can see that firsthand, go from not really knowing why they're here to completely understanding what the next steps are. So that's really what I love about healthcare. Being Hispanic, I'm from Mexico. I was born there. I came here when I was very young. My family immigrated here, like many families do. They came to harvest apples, so we came to Virginia. And so, it was a strong hard-working family, and those traits were instilled in me when I was very young. So that's why it was important for me to have a career that I knew that I could take care of myself and my family. So being someone from that culture and that background, I can understand other patients that live through those hardships where they immigrated to a new country, they don't know the language, they don't know the culture, and just understanding where they come from and being able to help them navigate the system. They can be confusing to anyone, especially if you don't speak the language. So having the ability to not only speak Spanish, but to understand the culture and to be able to see two different worlds at once and being able to share that with them it makes a difference. Even if it's not healthcare, in any field, it makes such a huge difference to be able to help someone. And especially, it's like helping your family because you know exactly where they come from. If I could give a piece of advice to someone, it would be if you have a culturally diverse background, it's just to embrace it, because it can make such a big difference to someone, and you don't even know how, but it can just really change someone's perspective and your own. Also, I would suggest putting yourself in situations where you are uncomfortable, because that is what's gonna make you grow. Join clubs, volunteer, take opportunities that are offered to you. Because you don't know, like me, I didn't know I was gonna like healthcare or be interested in healthcare in high school. I didn't know all these opportunities were out there until I took that step to be in a situation that was uncomfortable for me at first, and eventually I just kept going and it was the perfect opportunity for me. So just do as much as you can to explore different areas, talk to people, and just see what's out there, because there's so many opportunities. And so if there's anyone that wants to reach out to me, has any questions, wants to talk about how I got here, how I decided to go into healthcare, just feel free to reach out to me. Si tienen algunas preguntas o quieren saber más de cómo decidí ser enfermera o trabajar en medicina, por favor, mándenme un mensaje.